17. Real stories of the Highway Patrol may be seen later this evening. Stay tuned now for the Philadelphia Phillies versus the New York Mets.
Good evening, everyone, from Shea Stadium in New York. Welcome to Phillies baseball tonight. Game one of a three-game series, the Phils and the New York Mets. It'll be Tommy Green for the Phillies and Bobby Jones for New York. Pleasant evening here at Shea Stadium. Harry Callis along with Rich Ashburn and Chris Wheeler. And Wheels, during this stretch drive, one of the guys that has just continued to produce and played well is one of the youngest players on the team, Kevin Stocker.
He really has been terrific, Harry. You know, we talked to him earlier tonight about pressure, you know, and he said he really enjoys the fact that he's in a pennant race, that he thinks this is one of the best things that could have happened to him, and he doesn't even worry about it. He says he's enjoying watching the other guys playing, and he's just going to try and contribute. Then I talked to him about hitting in the 8-hole because that's so difficult, and asked him, you know, how does he find hitting number 8 in the lineup? What's it like for him? This is what he said.
The 8-hole for me is something new, and so I've been asking a lot of questions on how to hit there. You know, when to bunt, when to take pitches, you know, when to work the count, and you know, it's been kind of an adjustment. But up here, I've been a little bit more patient. I haven't been striking out as much, so I've been able to get on base more than like down AAA. I had some problems with that, but so far I've adjusted quite well, I think.
Is it tough to be patient in that 8-hole?
Sometimes, you know, at the same time I'm being patient, I want to be aggressive, you know, sometimes, but you know, I think it depends from team to team. A lot of times, some teams want to get the 8-hitter out so they can face the pitchers, and some guys want to pitch around the 8-hitter. So that's kind of an adjustment. I'm still learning them, and they're still kind of learning me.
What about Bobby Jones? You saw him probably at AAA. You batted against him here in the major leagues. What kind of pitcher is he?
You know, he's a good pitcher, good control pitcher, has a really good curveball. He's always around the plate and doesn't walk a lot of hitters. And he's one of those guys that throws a little sinker and will try to paint the outside corner of the plate and try to get you to swing at his pitch instead of you swinging at your pitch. And I think if he gets behind, he's not afraid to come right at you. And I think with that, hopefully, you know, we can lay off at his pitch and start hitting our pitch.
Kevin Stocker, who's done a fine job for the Phillies. There's no question, Rich, that the Phillies starting pitching has struggled of late. Terry Mulholland's going to miss one turn, maybe two. Ben Rivera's struggled a couple of starts. So it's imperative, really, for the offense to pick it up. Mark Portugal and Pete Harney shutting down the offense. It's important that the offense pick it up again.
Yeah, the hitters all of a sudden have gone south, and they have faced some pretty good pitching, but they shouldn't really shut them down like that. They did have chances against Portugal, a couple of them, and they didn't come through. You know, what can you say to them? Are they tight? I don't know that they're tight. They're in something they haven't been in ever as a team, and you would think that maybe, hey, this is so much fun, let's go out here and enjoy this. But when you see what Montreal has done, they've won 15 out of 16. Now, that's incredible. Wasn't that long ago when Montreal had given up. They tried to pedal Dennis Martinez. St. Louis gave up. They did pedal Lee Arthur Smith. Now they're both back in it.
Tommy Green for the Phillies, trying to get the Phillies on the winning track on this road trip. He'll be opposed by Bobby Jones. Let's go back to our PHL 17 studios now, and Neil Hartman. Neil?
All right, Harry, thank you very much. We'll send it back to you guys at Shea Stadium in just a few minutes. But first, let's run down the pennant races in both leagues. As you know, things are getting tight in the NL East. The Phillies lead stands at 5 over Montreal. And St. Louis also still in there at 8. The Phillies' magic number at 15. Phils and Expos begin this Friday in Montreal. The Phillies panicking? I didn't get that impression talking to the players over the weekend. Here's Jim Eisenreich.
Each and every day we go out there and try to win, and that started right away in spring training. We've carried it right on through, you know, and we just try to do the best we can each day. If we lose as a team. If we win as a team.
Both the Cardinals and the Expos are off tonight. Tomorrow they open a 3-game series in St. Louis. Over in the NL West, the Braves have the night off, but San Francisco is home against the Cubs. And as you can see there, Atlanta has a 1-game lead. Atlanta hosts Cincinnati beginning tomorrow. Giants, as I mentioned, host Chicago. And look what San Francisco's done last 10 games. They've only won 3 ball games. On the mound tonight for the New York Yankees will be Jimmy Key. As you take a look at the American League East standings, the Yankees are 2 games behind. Toronto's in first, Baltimore 1.5 games back. For the Yankees tonight, as I mentioned, Jimmy Key will be on the mound, and we asked Jimmy Key what's it like to try to make a run at the Toronto Blue Jays' old ball club for first place. All right, Jimmy Key saying it would be a real thrill if he had an opportunity to beat the New York Yankees, had an opportunity to beat the Toronto Blue Jays. So certainly that's what Jimmy Key is looking forward to tonight as they take on the Milwaukee Brewers at Milwaukee. Now let's take a look at what Jimmy Key has to say along with his manager, Bucky Showalter.
Yeah, it'd be nice for them to finish second, us first. That'd be great. But, you know, I'm just glad we're in it. I don't really care the other teams that are in it, but I'm just glad we're in it.
The only thing I concern myself with is our situation. You know, if I sit here and dwell on Baltimore's club, Boston's club, the Toronto's club, Detroit's club, you know, it can kind of depress you a little bit because they're such quality clubs. We just have to take care of our business.
I think the division is equal this year, and, you know, the team that has the best September is going to win.
Anybody that says they don't scoreboard watch this time of year is being a little less than honest.
All right, there's some candid comments from the Yankee skipper. The AL West has turned into a race as Chicago has dipped off slightly with Texas making a run at the top. 3.5 games back. Chicago only 5-5 in their last 10 games, and Texas, of course, winning 7 out of their last 10. Well, we've got the Phillies versus the Mets. Pitching matchup features a pair of right-handers. Take a look at Tommy Green and Bobby Jones. We'll be back in a moment.
The Phillies and the New York Mets is being brought to you by Smooth Busch Beer and Easy Drinking Busch Light. Head for the mountains of Busch. By Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. By the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company. And by Independence Blue Cross. Personal choice. The health plan that controls costs, not people.
Where to find the Mountain Man. A mountain man can often be found on the trail of adventure, in search of remote watering holes, or weathering harsh climates. Most often, however, you'll find the mountain man wherever you find Smooth Busch Beer or Easy Drinking Busch Light. So, head for the mountains and find yourself in the wide, open world of the mountain man.
What's wagging? Big 4 again. Usual number. Straight. And box it, too. 50 cents each way.
The Pennsylvania Lottery's Big 4 game.
Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Don't forget to play both ways every day. You might be the lucky dog who wins.
This house is you, Boomer. And the owners aren't anxious to sell.
I work Saturdays and Sundays. It's not a job. It's a dedication. I don't think you can teach someone to tune. You just got to practice until it's natural, just like breathing. There seems something mystic about it. So much beauty comes out of music.
Mellon PSFS, you're why we do our very best.
All right, just a couple minutes away from the Mets and the Phillies at Shea Stadium. The Mets will be without Bobby Bonilla. He underwent arthroscopic surgery today to repair ruptured ligaments in his left shoulder. They say he'll be 100% and recovery should be ready to go at spring training. As far as the players of the week, Houston Astros pitcher Darryl Kyle, thanks to his no-hitter, and St. Louis Cardinals outfielder Mark Whiten split the National League Player of the Week honors. Of course, 4 home runs, 12 RBI sparks Whiten's heroics, and that's why he receives that honor. All right, we've got the Mets and the Phillies. We're ready to send it back to Shea Stadium. I'm Neil Hartman. We'll see you during the game with updates on the pennant races. Let's send it now to Harry Callis and Chris Wheeler at Shea Stadium. Gentlemen.
All right, thanks, Neil. And we have a very pleasant evening for baseball here at Shea Stadium in New York. The field in excellent shape. Of course, they don't play football here anymore, so the grass and dirt field looks just beautiful. Dallas Green winding down this season, and rest assured that there will be a lot of changes here in New York as they look ahead to 1994. Jim Fregosi in the pennant drive here with a 5-game lead. Montreal will be idle tonight, so the Phillies could knock a game off that magic number. Bobby Jones, who spent most of the year with Norfolk in the AAA International League, will be doing the pitching for the New York Mets tonight. And the Phillies lineup tonight of Jim Fregosis will have Lenny Dykstra, center fielder, leading off. Mariano Duncan, second base, bats second. John Kruk, first baseman, hitting third. Dave Hollins, third base, bats fourth. Darren Dalton, catching, hitting fifth. Jim Eisenreich, the right fielder, will bat sixth. Pete Incaviglia, left field, hitting seventh. Kevin Stocker, the shortstop, bats eighth. And Tommy Green pitching and hitting ninth. They are facing Bobby Jones.
And there he is. He is 6'4", 210 pounds. Bobby Jones is 23 years of age, from Fresno, California. He was what's known as a sandwich pick. The Mets picked him number 2, 36th overall in June of 1991 between the first and second rounds in compensation for losing Darryl Strawberry. Won his first major league start against the Phillies at Veterans Stadium last month.
Defensively behind Jones, Butch Husky at third base, and he is that. Jeff McKnight at shortstop, Chico Walker at second, and Eddie Murray at first. Todd Hundley doing the catching. In the outfield from left to right is Joe Orsulak, Darren Jackson, and Jeremy Burnitz. Umpires tonight, Larry Vanover will work the plate. Harry Wendelstadt at first base, Randy Marsh at second, and Ed Rapuano umpiring at third.
Phillies are one of those situations where they haven't been playing very well, but the Expos have been unconscious. The Phillies are 7-9 in their last 16 games. The Expos are 15-1. So they have just been winning all their games, playing very well, and this bunch knows that they just need to start winning some games. And to a man, when you talk to them tonight down the bench during batting practice and all, they would like to get that started right here tonight at Shea Stadium and start to play well again.
Phillies have had good success against New York, have won 8 out of the 10 games played,
including 4 straight here when the Phillies were here in June.
Bobby Jones at Tidewater was 12-10. He had a 3.63 ERA. Doesn't walk many people. He's right around the plate, as Kevin Stocker said on our opening. In 166 innings for the Tides, he struck out 126 and walked 32.
Here in the major leagues, Harry, he has 4.4 strikeouts per 9 innings and 1.7 walks per 9 innings. Goes right along with that stat.
Lenny Dykstra will lead it off for the Phils, hitting at 305. Leads the league in runs scored, leads the league in walks. Third in the league in on-base percentage. One strike to Lenny Dykstra.
I'm good.
35th anniversary wishes to good friends Bernie and Desi Desirable. Celebrating today. Is that a changeup?
Yeah, he throws a lot of changeups in that game at Veterans Stadium that he pitched. He paints with his fastball, throws breaking ball, and a number of changeups, and looks like it's a straight change too.
Fastball is kind of a sinking fastball. He doesn't overpower hitters with it. No balls and 2 strikes. 1-2 to Lenny Dykstra. Changeup. Struck him out with a change.
These are the kind of pitchers the Phillies have been having trouble with, and they've seen a number of them in the last few weeks. Guys that throw a lot of off-speed stuff. There's a straight change going straight down, and Dykstra swinging over it. You know, Portugal was difficult for them the other night. Guzman and Hibbert for the Cubs last week.
Here's Mariano Duncan batting at 283. He has a 12-game hitting streak, hitting 391 in the last 12. One ball and no strikes. John Finley raised his family right around the corner from old Connie Mack Stadium, celebrating a birthday. John is 80 today. In the air to center, and Darren Jackson makes the play. 2 down. It'll bring up John Kruk.
A birthday tonight, number 87, to a man who's followed the Phillies. Says for 81 years to Manny E.J. Rosengarten of Wyncote, PA, number 87. Happy birthday.
Kruk batting at .316. That's 8th best in the league. He's 9th in the league in runs scored and 4th in walks. Still 2nd in the league in on-base percentage. Ball and no strikes to John Kruk. One.
Kruk was out early today, took a lot of extra hitting. Jim Fregosi talking about him on the pregame show. Says he's aware of the fact that he's pulling off everything, and he's trying like heck to get back to not doing that.
2 balls and a strike. Change up, nubbed softly to Chico Walker. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bobby Jones. No runs, hits, errors, and none left after 1/2. Phil's nothing. Mets coming to bat.
Hi, I'm Neil Hartman. Budweiser and the Phillies want to send you and a guest to the World Series. Right now, be the 8th caller to 1-800-432-1745. And you'll win a Budweiser sports bag and a replica Phillies cap. All winners then qualify for the grand prize, an all-expense-paid trip to the first 2 games of the World Series in the host American League City. So call now and pack your bags, because with a little luck, you could be on your way to the first 2 games of the World Series. Compliments of Budweiser.
This is the all-new 1994 Mitsubishi Galant. It has a longer wheelbase than the Camry, more headroom and hip room. Plus, the Galant gives you 11 more horses under the hood. But there is one place the new Galant is smaller than the Camry. At least $2,300 smaller.
Drive the new Galant at your Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or Delaware Mitsubishi Motors dealer.
For your enjoyment and safety, American Express asked me to show you what to do when you get a card application in the mail. Grasp the envelope firmly, fill out the application, place the return envelope squarely in the mailbox, and return to your prior activity.
Yeah, we suppose it's like
Dallas Green's lineup for the New York Mets has Darren Jackson, center fielder, leading off. Todd Hundley catching, batting second. Eddie Murray at first base hits third. Joe Orsulak, the left fielder, batting fourth. Chico Walker, second base, hits fifth. Jeremy Burnitz will be in right field, batting sixth. Jeff McKnight, the shortstop, hitting seventh. Butch Husky at third base, bats eighth. And Bobby Jones, the pitcher, hitting ninth. They're facing Tommy Green.
Tommy Green, 6'5", 210-pounder, 26 years of age, coming off that bizarre outing last week in the no decision in the 8-5 loss to the Cubs, a game the Phillies blew in the 8th inning in the most incredible way. And he's out there tonight to try and straighten it out for the Phillies.
Defensively behind him, Dave Hollins at third, Kevin Stocker at shortstop, Mariano Duncan at second, and John Kruk at first. Aaron Dalton doing the catching. In the outfield from left to right, it's Pete Incaviglia, Lenny Dykstra, and Jim Eisenreich. Darren Jackson will lead it off. Since coming over from the Toronto Blue Jays, he's only played 60 games for the Mets. And what they called hyperthyroidism. Lost a lot of weight. He's on medication now. This is just his second game since coming back. 1 strike to him. Lifetime, he has good numbers against Tommy Green, 3 out of 4, including a home run.
Brian Thompson's been playing center field for them quite a bit, but he has a bad knee.
Thompson, one of the young players they got from Toronto in the David Cone deal, and along with Jeff Kent, who's also out of the lineup. He was bumped by a couple of pitches by Cub pitchers yesterday. Injured his back. He's day-to-day. Could be in there tomorrow. 3 balls and a strike to Darren Jackson. Tommy Green doesn't have many decisions against the Mets. Lifetime 1-1, 5.09 ERA. Sharply hit on 1 hop to Stocker, and Darren Jackson is retired. 1 down. It'll bring up Todd Hundley. There's Ryan Thompson and Jeff Kent. Both of them, I think, figure in the Mets' future. They're going to have a lot of changes, but I think those two are solid.
Yeah, I agree, Harry. They really want Thompson to play center field for them. They know he can do it defensively. Offensively, they're not sure. Just the opposite with Kent. They know he can do it offensively, and they're trying to make him into a acceptable second baseman.
Almost looks like he might be the type of player that needs to play third.
Yeah.
Instead of middle infield, he's big. He's a very big man for a middle infielder. Todd Hundley takes one low and inside for a ball. Hundley hitting at 220.
He might have to play first before it's over. He doesn't have real good hands, evidently, and not real quick feet.
One ball and one strike to Hundley, the switch hitter. He's bats better right-handed than left. Lifetime against Tommy Green. He's 1 out of 9. As was feared with late season games and perhaps early season games at Denver, what was feared has happened tonight. They have been postponed at Denver with their game against Houston because of snow. Hit to deep center field, but a lot of room out there, and Dykstra makes the catch at the warning track for out number 2.
Todd Hundley's been a major disappointment offensively for New York, but he's hit very, very well in the last 10 games and has been swinging the bat about as well, they say, as they've seen him maybe since he's been here, and he made good contact then.
Here's Eddie Murray, batting at 277, 25 homers, 89 RBIs. He's 7th in the league in RBIs. 17th straight season he has knocked in 75 or more runs. Missing with a breaking ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Green has not been able to throw the breaking ball for strikes thus far. 1-0. Chased a high pitch and lost it in the air to left, not deep. Incaviglia there. And Tommy Green has a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. After 1, it's 0-0.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
AT&T? For sure.
AT&T?
Definitely.
If price were no object, which international long-distance company would business people choose?
AT&T.
I'd say AT&T. People said they'd choose AT&T 7-to-1 over anyone if price were no object, and now it may not be. Introducing Maximum Advantage. Now if your business spends over $200 a month, you can automatically get AT&T's lowest price guaranteed on international and domestic calls with
AT&T.
Absolument. Maximum Advantage from AT&T. Far and away the best in the business.
Ford dealers know some problems can't be diagnosed in the shop, so they have a unique traveling companion, the Portable Vehicle Analyzer. It records engine data in ways no human eyes and ears can. Then it tells us what's wrong, so it can be serviced right the first time. Quality Care, where the quality continues.
For quality service or to test drive one of the best-selling cars and trucks in America, see your local Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
After 1 inning of play, it's the Phils 0 and New York 0. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include tomorrow night's game on PHL 17 and Wednesday night's game on Sports Channel. Games times on both nights will be 7:30. Dave Hollins leads it off for the Phils, hitting at 278. 17 homers. He's knocked in 83. Batting better right-handed than left. Sinker for a called strike. the sadness that we awakened in New York this morning with the knowledge that Phillies whiz kid shortstop Granny Hamner had passed away last night. Deepest sympathies to the Hamner family. Great guy. He will be sorely missed. Allen chases a high fastball, and he struck him out. That's 2 strikeouts for Jones. 1 down here in the second.
As Harry said, a high fastball, and Dave Hollins goes after it. I'd like to add something to that, too. I mean, I saw Ham last week, and I spent a lot of time with Ham over the years, especially at Dream Week when we had him there for so many years. He's a good friend and just a joy to be around. He used to make you laugh. And great baseball stories, and we'll really miss Granny Hamner, and our condolences also to his family.
Here's Darren Dalton hitting at 260. Big sweeping curveball for a called strike.
Well, this guy's going to mix them up, you know, and then he'll try and sneak fastballs by people.
Try to get him, chase him up there, which a couple of the Phillies hitters have done. Dalton did not. 1-1. It's that curveball again. That's pop foul backing out of play.
Bobby Jones went to the same college as Tom Seaver, Fresno State College Pitcher of the Year back in 1991. Pitched there for 3 years. And, you know, they like to make comparisons between him and Seaver because of the fact that he went there and he's been such a great prospect. Obviously, they have very different pitching styles.
Yeah, really. Seaver was truly a power pitcher. Even though this fella has 3 strikeouts now, he is not a power pitcher.
Well, he's got guys chasing high fastballs. Lenny struck out on a changeup, but both Hollins and Dalton have now chased high fastballs after he got ahead in the count, and that ball must look real enticing coming up there out of his hand, and they're chasing it.
Here's Jim Eisenreich batting at .336. One thing he does do, it seems, is to throw almost all of his pitches for strikes. We mentioned he had a good strikeout walk ratio at Norfolk. He fists a 1-hopper at Chico Walker. And it's a 1-2-3 inning again for Bobby Jones. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 0-0.
On the next Time Tracks, another cop from the future.
Who are you?
I work for you, sir.
Helps Darien try to capture Zombie. On the next Time Tracks. And a deadly game of psychological warfare puts an innocent woman in an asylum.
She will not come out alive.
And Kane on the wrong side of a straitjacket.
The girl dies tonight.
On the next Kung Fu, the legend continues.
Wednesday beginning at 8 on PHL 17.
People, man, are they different. In Germany, they don't like what they like in France. And in England, they don't like what they like in Germany. In Spain, they run in front of bowls. In Greece, they smash plates. Italians speak the same language 40 different ways. And the French love Jerry Lewis. Nobody likes the same thing. So how come so many people love Volkswagen? Germany, France, England, Sweden, Japan, Finland. The new Golf is the best-selling car in the world. The new Jetta, the first German road car people can afford. Do these people know something that we don't? Well, I'm no expert, but it seems to me, people who want quality, safety, people who want excitement, find it in the new Volkswagens. Hey, maybe people aren't that different after all. The new Volkswagens, the most loved cars in the world.
You'll get a great-looking Phillies poster free, compliments of Acme, plus plenty of fun surprises when the Phillies play the Braves on Fan Appreciation Day, Sunday, September 26th at 1:35. Reserve your tickets now. Call 463-1000.
Sunday, September 26th at Veterans Stadium, the Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. It's the final regular season home game of the year, and a great way to say thanks to all you great fans for your spectacular support this year. There will be the customary prizes and surprises, and all fans receive a great-looking poster to commemorate this memorable season. Compliments of Acme. For tickets, call 463-1000 or stop by the Center City ticket office at Mellon PSFS, Broad and Chestnut Streets. Joe Orsulak pops a foul near the camera deck, and Hollins has room and makes the catch. Fan Appreciation Day, that's Sunday, September 26th at 1:35. Hope to see you there. Order your tickets now. It'll bring on Chico Walker, the second baseman. He's hitting at .228. Walker is a switch hitter. Batting a lot better right-handed than left. .304 right-handed, .189 left-handed. Fastball for a strike.
Happy birthday tonight to Jim Sweeney, his 65th, and to John Kogel from Westchester.
Strike two, 0-2. Whips the ball into right field. Eisenreich over to cut it off, and Walker has the first hit of the game. Had him burying the count 0-2, and then kind of plopped up a breaking ball. Hung it. Base hit for Chico Walker.
That's exactly what he does. There you see the hanger, and he just hits it into right field. A bad pitch after getting ahead of Walker 0-2.
Brings on Jeremy Burnitz, the right fielder. He's hitting at .231. At Norfolk, he had .227. 65 games. Has 10 home runs since joining the Mets. He has some power. 24-year-old. Like the Bills' Pete Incaviglia, he is an Oklahoma State Cowboy.
We've seen Burnitz in spring training and also here in the major leagues, and he is very strong. He stands right on top of the plate, and they started him off away, which means they might want to get him out inside. He thought the pitch was outside.
One ball and one strike to Jeremy Burnitz. Nothing game. We're in the bottom of the second. Big hack and a breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Chico Walker started to go, then stopped. Tommy Green kind of hung one here a little inside, and Burnitz swung at it more in the middle of the plate, and thankfully for Green, that ball kept coming inside. If that ball had stayed where it started, that would have been trouble.
1-2 to Jeremy Burnitz. Chases a bad breaking ball, and he struck him out. First strikeout for Green. Tommy's among the league leaders in strikeouts. He has 149. 9th best in the league. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. It'll bring on Jeff McKnight. He's a switch hitter, hitting at .248. Playing at shortstop.
Boy, they use a lot of people at shortstop this year.
Yeah, it was kind of a shame that Tim Bogar had just a career day at Veterans Stadium, including an inside the park home run. He had 2 homers, one in his last at bat, an inside the parker, and jammed his hand with a head-first slide in a home plate on the inside the parker, which he really didn't have to do. Didn't have to slide, I'm saying, and hadn't played since. Phillies pitch out. Chico Walker used to steal bases. He hasn't been running all that much this year. He is 5 out of 5 in the stolen base department.
And he's faking a break on every pitch, and that might have gotten him to pitch out thinking he was going to go. Now, whether or not he's just bluffing or not, we'll see. But on every pitch, he starts towards second base hard.
He goes this time. They pitch out, but no throw.
I don't think Dalton could get a grip on it. He just decided not to throw it, it looked like. Fergosi looks on. They guessed right again and pitched out twice. See, there goes Chico Walker. They pitch out, and Darren Dalton starts to throw and then just holds on to it. You can't see it on this angle. But a lot of times if a catcher, you know, he might have had 3 fingers on it and decide instead of throwing it in the center field or maybe throwing it low, he just hold on to it.
So Walker steals his 6th base in as many tries, and it's 2-1 to McKnight. Breaking ball for a strike, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Jeff McKnight. Baltimore has taken a 2-0 lead at Fenway over Boston. McKnight called out on strikes, fastball on the outside corner. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Tommy Green. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. After 2, 0-0.
What does it take to be a mountain man? Do you need a big horse? Do you need a deep tan? Do you have to have a saddle? Do you have to have the gear? Well, the simple truth is you just gotta have the beer.
Bush beer, an easy drinking Bush Light. Have you got what it takes to be a mountain man?
What does it take to live a mountain man's life? Get smooth Bush beer, is a drinking Bush Light.
Just picked up Darren Dalton and Anthony Hardaway in McDonald's. Want to trade?
Collect McDonald's Classic 4 Sport trading cards featuring the hottest superstars and rookies. Each pack of 5 is only $1.29 with any extra value meal purchase, like a cheese lovers, quarter pounder, large fries, and medium Coke Classic. Plus, there's a chance to win one of thousands of prizes, including sports memorabilia.
Chris Webber and Jerry Rice for Dalton and Hardaway. Deal.
Man, he gave us away too easy.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
The extraordinary Volvo 940 sedan lease offer you're looking at includes such standard features as a supplemental restraint system with driver's side airbag, a side impact protection system, anti-lock brakes, and a sunroof, making one would think all this legal copy well worth putting up with.
You'll get a great-looking Phillies poster free, compliments of Acme, plus plenty of fun surprises when the Phillies play the Braves on Fan Appreciation Day, Sunday, September 26th at 1:35. Reserve your tickets now. Call 463-1000.
Our trivia question tonight is brought to you by Roy Rogers, that one-of-a-kind place with that one-of-a-kind taste. Only 2 players in Major League history have driven in 75 or more runs for 17 or more consecutive seasons. Can you name them? Pete Incaviglia leads it off. Incaviglia hitting at .283. Broken back ground ball to shortstop. McKnight throws Incaviglia. Phillies have had a lot of weak outs so far against Bobby Jones.
Yeah, this has been a weak pass through the lineup the first time, and he's jamming them with fastballs, getting them to chase some high fastballs and throwing his off-speed stuff. One thing we've seen so far, as you mentioned, Harry, is he does throw strikes. That was just a fastball that ran in on Incaviglia. Had good movement.
Here's Kevin Stocker hitting at .340. Batting .314 left-handed and .404 right-handed. That curveball, and he gets it over for a strike. Plays off the high fastball, 1-1. Tomorrow night, Danny Jackson against Frank Tanana. On Wednesday night, it'll be Kurt Schilling and Eric Hillman. On the inside corner at the knees, 1 and 2.
Stocker saw Bobby Jones in the minor leagues when he was playing at Scranton Wilkes-Barre, and Jones was at Norfolk. And he got a couple hits off him in that game at the vet. Jones pitched.
1-2, it holds to Kevin Stocker. 10 firemen from the Pennsauken, New Jersey Fire Company here cheering for the Phils tonight. Ooh. It's close. 2-2.
He's throwing harder than he did in the game at Veterans Stadium. He did not have a real good fastball that night. I mean, this isn't a blazing fastball, but it's much better than the other time.
Curveball hit fair down the third base side. Stocker will get a double out of it. Kevin Stocker, the Phillies' first hit, a 2-base hit down the left field line, and he just continues to hit.
Yeah, this is a high curveball, and he just kind of tomahawks it inside the bag down the line. It looked like Stocker was just trying to hit it the other way, and he got more out of it than he anticipated by hitting it down the line, getting a double. But he's oblivious to what's going on here. I mean, he's just having a good time, and he says he enjoys being in the major leagues, and he's going to do the best job he can.
Brings on Tommy Green. Tommy hitting at 180. Lifetime, he's a 202 hitter. He has 4 career home runs. All of his homers off left-hand pitchers. 2 of them this year. One ball and no strikes.
Stocker talked to us about turning the lineup over, how important that is for the 8-hole hitter, and that is especially important when you have, 2 outs and you want to get on some way to get the pitcher to hit and then use your leadoff man the following inning.
At the end of his bat foul, 1-1 the count to Tommy Green.
Congratulate Mark and Donna Gossick on the birth of their son Matthew John today at Rolling Hill Hospital. 3rd child. Congratulations, Mark and Donna.
Low with the off-speed pitch.
Tommy Green's been swinging the bat pretty well lately. He has 7 runs batted in this year. He came into this season with 7 total RBIs.
Smacks the ball, but just foul down the left field side. Tommy hit a BB, but foul. 2-2.
Tried to sneak one of those high fastballs by Tommy Green, and he jumped on that.
Kevin Stocker at second with 1 out here in the 3rd inning. 0-0 game. Up there. Full count to Green.
On that trivia question of yours, I know one of them is in the ballpark tonight.
That is correct.
Now the other guy, did he do most of this damage in the American League or the National League?
National.
So he's a National League player then, basically. He wasn't a guy who was in both leagues.
No, he played in both leagues, but mostly in the National. To answer your question. Tommy Green works a walk.
Aren't a lot of people here at Shea Stadium tonight, but the ones who are, a lot of them are Phillies fans.
Yeah, really. 2 men on base with 1 out for Lenny Dykstra, who struck out his first time up.
There's a Penn State and a Phillies fan. That's perfect. Great combination.
That's yeah, that's used to be with the Philadelphia Daily News. Mike
Kern. No, not Mike Kern. Yeah, Mike's still at the Daily News. Sorry, Mike, I didn't mean to get rid of you.
Can't think of his last name, but I know him. That's Mike and his son, and they're always here when the Phillies are in town. 1 ball and 1 strike to Lenny Dykstra.
Lenny has that changeup in his mind because he saw 2 of them his first time up, swung and missed it, 1 to strike out, and they've thrown him fastballs here.
Mets halted an 8-game losing streak yesterday against the Cubs behind the shutout pitching of Sid Fernandez. Fouls it back, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dykstra. Pandemonium, a weirdly wonderful way to enjoy the Phillies and the Inquirer. Look in tomorrow's Inquirer for all the details to enjoy these wonderful games, plus all the Inquirer's special updated sports reporting on the Phillies. Breaking ball misses. 2-2. The pennant races, Toronto is idle tonight. Yankees will play later at Milwaukee. Baltimore is leading Boston 2-0 in the 3rd at Fenway. Atlanta is idle tonight. San Francisco will be at home later against the Chicago Cubs.
Great trip the Cubs had, huh? Philadelphia, New York, San Francisco.
Hits it sharply, but foul down the right field side. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Lenny Dykstra. Jones had a good year at Binghamton last year. He was 12-4 with a 1.88 ERA at the AA level.
He was named the best prospect in the Eastern League by Baseball America after that year at Binghamton last year.
Into left field, and Orsulak won't get it. Stocker will score. Green holds at second. Phillies lead it 1-0 on the RBI single by Lenny Dykstra.
It was a tough ball to read for the base runners because it was slicing, but it never looked like it was that far away from Orsulak. So as a result, they're only going to get 1 out of it on a ball that might have been a double and score 2 runs. I think you see it right there, slicing. Stocker has to watch it go halfway on it. And Green obviously could only get the second on the play. I don't mean 2 runs where you would have had a second and third out of it.
Brings on Mariano Duncan. He flied out to center field his first time up. Taps the curveball foul down the third base side right to Ben Rivera. No balls and a strike to Mariano Duncan. One. Ground ball to second, might be 2. McKnight 1, relayed, not in time to double up Duncan. Green goes to third. Dykstra is out at second base. Chico Walker to Jeff McKnight.
It's a very slow unfolding double play, so the Phillies get a break out of that because it should have been 2. Walker really laid back on the ball, as you see right there. He didn't come forward to it at all and gave McKnight a good flip, but the play was lost by Walker laying back and waiting for it as long as he did. It wasn't hit that hard for him to take in that much time.
Brings on John Kruk. Kruk grounded out to second base his first time up. Fouls it straight back. No balls and a strike to Kruk.
Boy, they need to get him going. Kruk is so important. I mean, he's your 3-hole hitter.
Nothing in one with runners at first and third and 2 outs. Time ball. Fouls a pitch off. Chase the high and away pitch, and he's in the hole, 0-2. When you're going bad, it seems like you're always in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes, or 1 and 2.
Well, yeah, well, exactly, because normally you're chasing a lot of pitches, or you take a pitch that normally you would have guessed right and swung at. Kruk needs not to guess anymore. What he just needs to do is see it and hit it, and that's when he's most effective anyway.
Fastball upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kevin Stocker, who scored the Phillies run, Lenny Dykstra, who knocked it in.
They're 2 guys who have been very productive.
Fly ball into right center field. Easy play for Jackson, and that'll retire a side. Phil's got a run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. Go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Phils.
Shopping. 9 out of 10 use it. All aboard! The genuine Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages from Bell Atlantic.
Effective immediately. You pay only $4.89 per month to lease Cadillac's world-class 93 Seville. That's right. Monthly lease payments for Cadillac's premier luxury sedan have just been reduced to $4.89 per month, 24 months, $21.93 down. Cadillac Closeout 93 is on now. Buy a 93 Sedan DeVille. Get $3,000 cash back from Cadillac. Get $2,000 cash on a 93 Fleetwood. Inventories are limited. When they're gone, they're gone. See your Cadillac Super Network dealer now.
Making it to the pros takes a certain level of excellence, the experience to get the job done right, and a reputation for quality. Like Gates hoses from CarQuest. Today's engines are putting added strain on hoses. If you haven't changed hoses lately, have it done now, before they go, and insist on Gates. So for the best possible performance, install what the pros install. CarQuest. Welcome to the pros.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Smooth Bush Beer and Easy Drinking Bush Light. Head for the mountains of Bush. By Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. Your Nationwide agent in Levittown is Donald Ward Jr. And by your local Quality Plus Ford dealer. Now's the time to save big on the best-selling cars and trucks in America during our Ford dealers model year-end clearance. Phil's lead at 1-0. We go to the bottom of the third, and Butch Husky, if there's ever a player who looks like his name, it is this guy. Husky, coming off a good year at Binghamton, he hit .251, was third in the Eastern League in homers with 25, second in the Eastern League in RBIs with 98. He's 6'3", 244, from Lawton, Oklahoma, just 21 years old. Since joining the Mets, he is 1 out of 11. Pops a foul out of play. Our trivia question tonight brought to you by Roy Rogers, that one-of-a-kind place with that one-of-a-kind taste. 2 players in Major League history have driven in 75 or more runs for 17 or more consecutive seasons. Can you name them? Missing with a breaking ball, 1-1. I gave you one of them.
Well, I know who one is. It's Eddie Murray.
Yeah, when he first came up,
yeah.
Before I even saw the trivia question I was talking about.
Well, that was on their notes. I saw that, too. Well, that's nice to have one that's a semi-gimme, but I need help with the other one. I need a hint.
This fella did it 19 consecutive seasons, 75 or more RBIs. Almost his entire career spent in the National League, except at the end of his career. In the air to center. Lenny Dykstra there. Husky is retired. They'll bring up Bobby Jones. He's nothing out of 11. He did hit at Tidewater. I mean at Norfolk, where they have their pitchers hit, even though they have the DH rule. He was 2 for 20 for the Tides. It's the ball to Eisenreich in right field.
Well, you're either going to have to give the answer or give me another clue so I can take a stab at it.
Guy hit a lot of home runs.
Well, I guess so, if he drove in that many runs. How about no? No, Eddie Matthews did go to the American League. I don't know.
The Hammer.
Oh, right.
Henry Aaron, 19 consecutive seasons.
I forgot about him going to Milwaukee.
Yeah, he finished his career as a DH at Milwaukee.
Good question.
Here's Darren Jackson. He grounded out his first time up. 1 ball and no strikes. Beats the ball foul, 1-1. Bills lead 1-0. We're in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Breaking ball in the hole. Backhanded Stocker. Juggles. Recovers late. Jackson at first base with 2 outs. And it will bring up Todd Hundley, who fired out to deep center his first time up.
This ball takes a crazy spin hop as it went past Hollins, and then he backhands it to Stocker and drops it. If Stocker had grabbed that the first time, he'd have had him.
Score a hit for Jackson, an infield single, and it'll bring on Todd Hundley. On the inside corner for a called strike.
Hundley's one of those guys that I'm sure they still have penciled in the future. I mean, he's still very young, and he's
24, yeah.
And he has a lot of good tools. It's just taking him a little longer than they thought.
One ball and 1 strike to Todd Hundley. Bills 1 and New York nothing. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Missing with it. It's 2-1. Tommy Green 13-3, 3.62 ERA. Just missed, 3-1. Eddie Murray waiting on deck. He is a good RBI man, so Green needs to go right after Todd Hundley here.
Yeah, he hit a ball hard his first time up, hit a fly ball at deep center field. They're playing him to pull, too. They have Stocker well up the middle. See Kruk holding the runner on, and they have Lenny Dykstra to see him shaded towards right center, so they expect him to pull the ball.
breaking. It's fouled out of play, and it's a full count. 3-2 to Todd Hundley. Two outs, Darren Jackson at first base. Line drive center field. Dykstra there. Lenny makes the grab. That'll retire the side. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one left. Rich Ashford joins Chris Wheeler in the fourth after 3-1-0 Phillies.
Mountain man survival skills. The basics. A true mountain man must have a keen sense of direction, a certain physical dexterity, and a talent for surviving the most unforgiving climates. Of course, nothing is more key to a mountain man's survival than plenty of smooth bush beer and easy drinking bush life. So, head for the mountains and learn how the mountain man survives even the most grueling conditions.
People come in and say, why 5 grades of gasoline? I tell them offering only 3 grades would be like selling suits in small, medium, and large. Some people would get a good fit. Some could use a little tailoring. So if you want to know why we give you all these choices, think about the guy who needs 41 long and picture him wearing a 39 short.
Completing the rear axle of C diagram set using a 9-inch gripping wrench. Tighten the C diagram set to secure the frame extenders to the housing mount. Congratulations, you built a tricycle. While the simplest things can be made complex, the challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile, with straight answers, clear explanations, and with no assembly required. Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something.
Well, the Phillies return from this road trip against the Florida Marlins next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights at 7:35, off on Thursday, and then the Braves come in Friday, September 24th, 7:35, Saturday at 7:05, Sunday, Fan Appreciation Day, September the 26th. Be sure and come on out and see the Atlanta Braves and the Florida Marlins. That could be some series with those Braves to end the season in Philadelphia, the regular season. So order your tickets by phone. Call 463-1000. Rich Ashburn joins us here in the fourth inning. Phillies lead it by a score of 1-0 so far. Pretty good pitching.
Well, yeah, both pitchers have been throwing strikes. Jones has been getting ahead of almost every hitter, and he's getting some of the hitters that chase bad pitches. Tommy really hasn't been in any serious trouble.
One of the guys he got to chase a bad pitch is at home plate right now. Dave chased a high fastball his last time up, as did Darren Dalton. So Hollins has had a good look at Jones and will try to adjust. There's a curveball beaten out in front of the plate. Nice play, Hundley, but throws it wild down the line, and Hollins is on his way to second, and he will stay at second base. So Hundley hopped on it in a hurry, but then made a wild throw, and Hollins winds up at second with nobody out.
Call that an error on all the way, I believe, and I believe they should have scored that a hit and an error, but
yeah, they gave him a hit, 1-1.
Okay, all right. Hundley did fire out of there, and he'd have had him with a good throw. So the Phillies got a break there.
And Darren Dalton, the batter, he'll try and pull it. He struck out his first time up. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts so far for Bobby Jones. And Dalton takes it high. I'd like to correct something I said earlier. Bobby Jones graduated from Fresno High School in '88, the same high school that produced Tom Seaver, and then went to Fresno State University. Did Jones, where he was a great pitcher in college. Staying away from Dalton, and he misses 2-0.
That's the only thing you want to correct, huh? That's not bad, just one mistake.
What the heck? One a year, you know.
Throw a blanket over him.
Yeah. Well, someone was nice enough to call that in. It's close. It was one of those close enoughs.
Dutch might get a green light here.
Okay, 3 balls and no strikes to him.
I think Fregosi would like to have him swing. If he gets something they can put the bat on. Whoa. That was something he could put the bat on. It was on the outside corner, but Dalton kind of likes the ball out there. Fregosi.
3 balls and 1 strike. Bobby Jones, Tommy Green, 1-0 Phillies in the 4th inning. The Phillies have a chance for another one. They have Dave Hollins at second base now and nobody out in the 4th. And now Jones and Hundley want to have a talk.
Yeah, you know, there's not much you can do here at 3-1 except try to make a decent pitch.
This guy has shown, though, that he's going to throw a lot of change-ups and breaking balls as Dallas looks on. So maybe they want to throw him something off speed in a fastball situation.
Dallas said before the game that he's mellowed. He said, my next yelling will come in spring training.
Has he had any choice?
Well,
I mean, how much can you yell in this season?
That usually doesn't stop him.
Yeah, they're 35 and 70 since he's been here. That'll mellow you. Here's the 3-1 to Dalton. And it's outside with a fastball, so Darren Dalton draws a walk. Second walk issued by Bobby Jones. Phillies with runners at first and second. Nobody out for Eisenreich, followed by Incaviglia. Eisenreich got jammed and hit a soft ground ball to second his first time up. Mets have the infield at double play depth with Walker at second, McKnight at short. Eisenreich takes a strike call.
Good pitch outside corner.
Tommy Green so far, no runs on 2 hits. Eisenreich, 51 runs batted in on the year. Breaking ball, and he hits it to left center field. Darren Jackson, a long run. He is at the warning track, makes the play. Hollins will tag and go to third. The base running by Hollins as he advances to third base. Larry Boas slaps him on the back. Dalton will stay at first as Darren Jackson threw to the correct base, throwing it into second.
Now, Hollins played that just right. He hovered off that second base bag a little bit. Jackson had a beat on this all the way. In fact, had to come back on it a little, but he had no chance at Hollins.
And Dalton was ready to go if he'd have thrown that ball towards third. So Incaviglia has a runner at third base with just 1 out. Pete grounded out his first time up. Runners at the corners for the Phillies. Incaviglia having a tremendous season with 86 runs batted in. The on-deck batter, Stocker. Breaking ball misses. Jones throwing a lot of curveballs, change-ups, and a sinking type fastball, and then he'll ride one high. Curveball, and he pulls it foul.
Good pitch to hit. It was a little bit too far inside to get it in the playing field. Had that been out over the plate a little bit, Incaviglia probably would have nailed it.
There's another one. Throwing him 3 straight hooks. 2-1.
That was almost a hanger. It hung, but it was too far up and too far inside to do anything with.
The thing he was going to do with that was hurt somebody in foul territory.
Yeah. Hit a line drive into those bleachers somewhere, foul.
Now he gets a fastball and has a late swing, fouls it out of play after all those curveballs. Finally got the fastball. Phillies trying to produce another run here. The Mets have made an error in the inning to help them get the runner Hollins to third base. Dalton on at first. Oh. Struck him out looking on a fastball.
Good pitch.
Like he was guessing, and he threw the fastball right by him.
Right down the pipe. Boy, that was a good pitch to hit. You're right. Pete evidently looking for that soft stuff and didn't get it.
So now it's up to Stocker. Kevin doubled down the third baseline, scored the Phillies run in the third inning. Bunts it foul third base side. Hollins read that all the way, and he was going to score if the ball had been bunted fair, and it was a base hit.
That'll shorten Buskey up to third baseman. He was back, and that's why Stocker tried to drop it down there.
See Fergosi look at Dennis Menke, and the look on their face, both of them was like, boy, this kid knows how to play. Stocker has quite a few two-out hits this year. Or RBIs, 17 RBIs his last 25 games, 12 of them coming with 2 outs. And there are 2 outs here. The ball on a strike on him with Tommy Green on deck. Kevin Stocker in that game yesterday that was so bad for the Phillies wound up with 3 hits and a walk. And he's 1 for 1 tonight. And he's ahead again.
He knocked in the only run yesterday with that sacrifice fly. Well, with Green on deck, you know, that they'd rather pitch to Green than Stocker. I don't think they wanted to particularly walk Stocker, but they're very careful with him.
Fly ball left field. Orsulak near the line, over near the stands, and just runs out of room. So now it'll be a full count, and Dalton will be off on the pitch from first base as Stocker returns to home plate. Hollins on at third. Hollins was at second base in this inning with nobody out. Now he's at third with 2 outs. And Darren Dalton on at first. He walked them. They're loaded. Kevin Stocker does just what we talked about with him before the game, turning that lineup around, turning it over when he's in that 8-hole with 2 outs, and he's getting more and more patient and walks more times now than he was early on. And in this case, he gets up a guy who's not an automatic out, that's for sure, and Tommy Green.
Tommy had a couple of pretty good swings his first time up. He wound up getting a base on balls.
Third walk issued by Jones, 2 of them in this inning. To work from the stretch with the bases loaded to Green. Fastball for a called strike. Tommy Green with 11 hits on the year, 2 of them homers, and he's knocked in 7. Breaking ball, and he fouls it off. So the count's 1-2 now on him. Mets play him around as an opposite field hitter. Darren Jackson shading him towards right center. There you see the defense. Another breaking ball, nubbed up the middle and speared there by Jones. An easy play, tosses to first. Phillies waste an opportunity. No runs in the inning. They leave the bases loaded. To the bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Phillies.
Gene Wilder and Christine Lottie are trying to have a baby.
Oh, what's happening here?
It's an auditory monitor.
Oh, I thought maybe you were lonely.
But it's going to take a little determination.
All we need to do is lower the temperature of your sperm.
What's this little pocket for?
Ice.
And a lot of support.
Worst thing that can happen, we'll have 2 hours of incredible, unreproductive sex. Work, work, work.
Funny about love.
Thursday on PHL 17.
You see me. Glasses that lighten and darken automatically. So had Infinity. That's why the rear view mirror in the new Q45 uses electrochromic technology to lighten and darken automatically for glare during night driving. So you don't have to think about it. Visit your Infinity showroom, and when you're ready to buy a luxury car, you won't have to think about that either.
Lease one of the world's most advanced automobiles, now at a very special rate for a limited time.
Inky, Izzy, The Wild Thing, Batty, Dutch, Dude, The Crucker, and friends. Request the pleasure of your company at Veterans Stadium in 1994. Season ticket plans range from full season to as few as 13 games. For more information, call 463-5000.
Good evening, I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break. Scores in the American League, no score in Texas. The rain delay has caused a delay in the start in Kansas City. Oakland, Minnesota, no score in the second. Delay of the start in Milwaukee between the Yankees and the Brewers. Chris Hoyles just hit a 2-out, 2-run home run, his 25th of the year. Baltimore leads Boston 4-0 in the fourth. Seattle, California later on tonight. The Houston-Colorado game has been snowed out tonight in Denver. We'll take a look at the National League scores later on. It's 1-0 to the bottom of the fourth. Richie and Wheels.
All right, Neil, thank you very much. And to the bottom of the fourth we go, with the Phillies leading at 1-0. They've left 5 men on base in the last 2 innings as Bobby Jones has risen to the occasion when he's had to. There's the Mets right-hander pitching this game tonight, coming into the game with a 2-2 record and a 4.78 earned run average.
Send our best along to Bob Frederick in Philadelphia, who's been a long-time Phillies fan and follows the game. Celebrating his birthday on this Monday, September 13th.
Have a birthday wish tonight, too, for Syke Miller of Danville, who's a 60-year Phillies fan, 85 years old today, from John, Mark, Barbara Garris, Gloria Springer, Morton, Barry Sherman, all from Mount Penn, Pennsylvania, near Reading, at the ball game tonight. Wanting to wish him a happy birthday. Mets go to their 3-4-5. That's Eddie Murray, Joe Ursulak, and Chico Walker. Switch hitter, left-handed hitter, switch hitter coming up. Murray hit a fly ball in left field his first time at bat. Strike call to Eddie Murray. Just underway here in the fourth. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors Phillies. No runs, 2 hits, an error for New York. Murray breaks his bat, grounds it to Hollins, who throws him out. 1 away. Big chip on that bat out in the infield. 1 out here in the fourth inning. Bat boy goes out to retrieve that chip off Eddie Murray's bat.
Right off the end of the bat. Dave Hollins, one thing about him, he never lobs the ball over there. He lets it fly.
He could help you break in your glove, that's for sure. Here's Ursulak. He fouled out to Hollins his first time up. He will bunt periodically, as he did right there, and bunts it foul. Orsulak leads the Mets with 4 bunt base hits. He also has 12 infield hits. Still runs pretty well. Been in the American League for a long time. Played the National League for a while with Pittsburgh. 1-1 on Joe Orsulak. Misses 2-1.
We want to send our condolences to the family of Granny Hamner, of course. And he passed away yesterday in Philadelphia. Good friend of all of us and an old roommate of mine for many years. We saw Granny on Thursday night at the ballpark.
Yeah.
He was in for that memorabilia show.
Granny will be one of those guys, and I mean, you knew him for so long, and I was lucky to know him for about 10 years, I guess, maybe 15. And he'll be one of those guys that when you think about him, you're going to laugh. Because he was one of the funniest men I've ever been around. Low, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Orsulak.
Good friend of Dallas Green's. Granny worked for Dallas Green and Paul Owens for quite a few years. Worked for the Carpenter family.
And Green bounces it up there and walks Orsulak. Walk number 1 issued by Green. And the Mets have a 1-out base runner for Chico Walker, who singled and stole a base his last time up. If you missed your chance this year, be sure to be on board next year with Phil's season tickets. Lots of plans to suit any budget and schedule, from full season to just 16 games or 13 Sundays. And there are special benefits to being a season ticket holder, including options to purchase postseason tickets. So get your name on the list for 1994 Phillies tickets. Season tickets, call 463-5000. 463-5000 for season ticket information. One and 0 to Walker. Much traveled veteran. Chico batting .304 right-handed, 189 from the left side coming into this one. Darren Dalton strolls out to Tommy Green as he loses the plate a little bit here in this inning. 2-0. Tommy has a win and 4 no decisions in his last 5 starts. And he's 2-1 on Walker. There goes the runner. It's fouled off. Mets look like they might have been playing a little hit and run. Into the upper deck goes that foul ball.
Yeah, that was hit and run, no question, because Walker really went after a high pitch.
Alice Green relaying signs to Mike Cubbage, the third base coach.
That's a pretty good pitch to run on, 2-0, because you figure you're going to get a pitch around the strike zone, but that one wasn't even close.
Grounded towards short, could be a double play. Stocker to Duncan, and a little too long on the pivot, and they don't get it.
I wonder if Stocker would have been better off to go to the bag himself. Looked like he was like a step or 2 away from it. Ball was hit sharply. I think he was close enough that it would have been better off to go to the bag. I don't know whether he would have turned the double play, but
Walker still runs pretty well.
Yeah.
Jeremy Burnett's the batter, struck out his first time up. 2 outs and Walker on at first. Walker faked breaking a number of times last time. They finally pitched out and he did go. It looked like Dalton couldn't get a grip on the ball and he decided not to throw, so Walker stole a base. He is 6-4-6 on the year. There he goes. They pitched out again. It was a low pitch out. Tommy Green's fault that time. They had it guessed again, and they don't get him again.
Walker's getting an awfully big jump on Green also. The first time he got such a great jump, and there was another good jump. You want a runner to go when you pitch out, but you can't give him that big a lead. See, that's a low pitch. He had to go down and back after it. It was a bad pitch out pitch.
Yep, Tommy Green was berating himself on the mound, knowing he's the one who made that mistake. 2-0 to Burnett's. And he misses outside 3-0. On deck is Jeff McKnight, a switch hitter. Burnett's has power, and they could turn him loose. And they did, and he hits it foul first base side. It's another guy they like. You know, they're right now trying to decide who to keep and who to get rid of in this New York club, because they have to start over almost. Burnett's is a keeper, it would appear. Three-one pitch. And a full count now to Burnett's. Boy, he swings hard.
Yeah, he starts that swing. That pitch was a little out of the strike zone. Once you start a swing and swing that hard, it's hard to stop it. So those big swingers usually just let it fly and hope they hit it.
There's Walker leading off second base. 3-2 pitch is fouled back.
He had a pitch to hit there. That was right through the middle. Johnny Padres, Larry Boa.
Boa been through a few of these, as has Johnny. Nubbed off the end of the bat. Stocker will keep it in the infield. So it'll be an infield hit for Burnett's, but Stocker to his right made sure the ball didn't get to the outfield and allow Walker to score. And the Mets will have runners at the corners now with 2 outs for McKnight.
And nubbed this one off the end of the bat, but it was right in the hole. Probably a good thing that Hollins didn't touch that ball. He had changed directions on it. Might have squirted by, but Stocker is giving Green another chance here to get out of the inning.
Jeff McKnight, the batter, struck out his first time up. As Green recorded back-to-back strikeouts at Burnett's and McKnight in the second inning. Butch Husky is on deck, a right-handed batter. Knight chases a high fastball. 1-1. Tommy Green trying to work out of some trouble here. 2 outs in the 4th inning. Chico Walker at third. Jeremy Burnett's at first. Phil's lead at 1-0. Poor fastball by him.
And that was up. I think he might stay with that high pitch, maybe even throw a little higher.
Fastball up again and away. And they're trying to get McKnight to chase high fastballs, it would appear. Jeff McKnight has been playing shortstop lately. Tito Navarro, a player they just brought up from Norfolk, also plays out there periodically. Kevin Baez not playing much, and Bogar's out for the year. Breaking ball hit into center field, and Dykstra's right there. Waits, squeezes it, and that'll do it here in the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and
2 men left on base. After 4 innings, Phil's 1, Mets nothing. Now this from Mellon, PSFS.
When Bob borrowed a lawnmower, all he got was short grass. When Bob borrowed hedge clippers, all he got was nice shrubs. When Bob borrowed a ladder, all he got was red shutters. When Bob borrowed a hose, all he got was wet. But when Bob borrowed money, he got indispensable banking services. The Mellon PSFS Smart Accounts. The package accounts for people who borrow as well as save.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
What is a mountain man's natural environment? Let's explore. A mountain man enjoys peaceful surroundings. A place where gentle winds blow. And the beauty of nature is all about. Only here does the mountain man find true happiness with a smooth bush beer or an easy drinking bush light. So, head for the mountains and find out how the true mountain man can make any environment a more natural one.
The Phillies scored the only run in this game in the 3rd inning, a 1-out double by Stocker, a walk to Tommy Green, a single to left field by Lenny Dykstra. 1-0 Phillies here in the 5th.
That's the top of the scoreboard, giving you the skyline of New York City as the Phillies are playing out here in Queens. And here is Lenny Dykstra to lead it off. He struck out in the 1st on a changeup, and as Whitey just said, he singled in the Phillies' only run. Dykstra, Duncan Kruk here in the 5th inning against Bobby Jones. Dykstra hits it hard. Eddie Murray to his right, a good play, and leads Bobby Jones and gets Dykstra.
A nice play by Eddie Murray. He not known for his range. Took a base hit away from Dykstra.
Yeah, he went hard to his right to get that one. He was playing well off the line for Lenny in perfect position. That'll bring up Duncan. He's lined to center, grounded into a fielder's choice. Mariano 0 for 2. Pitch to him is hit towards the hole. McKnight charges it, gloves, throws, got him. 2 outs on 2 pitches. No, 3 pitches here in the inning.
That's now for first baseman, number 29, John Kruk.
And Kruk will bat. He's grounded to second, fly to center, 0 for 2, battling a slump. At 3:16 is John, who's out here very early today, trying to taking some extra hitting.
He's swinging a lot of bad pitches now, and extra hitting won't help you unless you swing at good pitches or strikes anyway.
Harry mentioned last time up that it seems like he's always in the hole, and I guess that goes along with swinging bad pitches. Kruk hits this one to deep center. Back goes Jackson. He has room at the track and makes the play. Hit that one right on the nose, but the center fielder Jackson runs it down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. To the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0 Phillies.
There are certain chores you would only ask a diesel to handle. That's about to change. Drivers of full-size pickups pretty much know what they're in for. That's about to change.
Just picked up Darren Zoltan and Anthony Hardaway at McDonald's. Want to trade?
Collect McDonald's Classic 4 Sport Trading Cards featuring the hottest superstars and rookies. Each pack of 5 is only $1.29 with any extra value meal purchase, like a Cheese Lovers Quarter Pounder, large fries, and medium Coke Classic. Plus, there's a chance to win one of thousands of prizes, including sports memorabilia.
Chris Webber and Jerry Rice for Dalton and Hardaway. Deal.
Man, he gave us away too easy.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
I'm saving so that we can have a family. We design hand-painted wallpaper, and it's really hard work.
But it's very satisfying.
I think I got my first passbook when I was about 12. It was babysitting money that I just started putting away. Then it turned out to be waitressing money, and then job money, and...
Then my money?
Your money.
Marnie and Nori Collins find that banking really is as easy as GSB.
Savings means freedom to me.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you friends know when to say when. By Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change, and by AT&T, because you're not the same as anybody else. There's the I-Plan. There's that skyline of New York again on top of the scoreboard. And
I wonder if that's what they meant when they wrote the song, running your fingers through your hair.
Through your neck. Butch Husky, the batter, and he hits one foul towards third, gloved by Hollins. Strike one. Husky hit a fly ball to center his first time up. He'll be followed by Bobby Jones. And then Darren Jackson. Boy, this guy is appropriately named.
Yeah, Husky.
He beat the Phillies in an exhibition game this year over at Port St. Lucie with a hit late in the game. It was either the ninth or an extra innings. Husky hit .251 at Double-A this year with 25 homers and 98 runs batted in. Breaking ball off the end of the bat. Dykstra has a lot of room and waits, and Lenny squeezes it. One out here in the fifth inning. Lots of Phillies fans at the game. Amy Baxter and Phillies hostess Karen Ray from Morrisville, Pennsylvania, here at the game. Sounds like a home game for the Phillies. As the Mets, there's another Phillies cap down there in the stands. The Mets obviously are not drawing a whole lot. There are a lot of no-shows here. The kind of season New York has had. Coming into play tonight, 48 and 95. Jones takes a fastball for a strike. He had a fly ball to shallow right field. Eisenreich playing him over near the line and very shallow in right.
For 12 batting, hasn't picked up a major league hit yet. Here it comes.
Yeah, right at us. Fouled back. That's all right. You never make those black cat statements. We always get blamed for them somehow, some way. It's never you.
I don't very often because I know better.
Man, I stay away from them too. Especially this time of the year. A ball and 2 strikes to Bobby Jones. Tommy Green's pitch is outside. He's walked 1, struck out 2 thus far. And the Phils lead 1-0 here in the 5th inning.
There's very little margin for error in this game.
Very close, 3-2.
A little bit low. Certainly doesn't want to walk.
No.
Bobby Jones.
No, you want to throw it right down the middle to him. He tried to check and didn't. That pitch was way out of the strike zone. Jones is walking down to third. He called that a strike, Vanover did. Now someone must have yelled at him from the bench. They didn't even appeal to Harry Wendelstedt. Vanover had it all the way.
Yeah, he was looking for an appeal from Harry Wendelstedt, the first base umpire, but Vanover got him.
Yeah, he called it.
But Jones didn't seem to know it.
As he chased ball 4 way out of the strike zone. Tommy Green catches a break on that. Here's Jackson. He's grounded to short and had an infield hit in the hole to short. Jackson out for a long time as he was ill and has not had much luck since coming over from Toronto. Fly ball foul out of play down the right field line. Jackson had a good year at San Diego last year, and he was one of the many players that they weren't about to sign, so they traded him for Derek Bell during spring training. And then Toronto sent him over here. And the guy they want to be their regular center fielder has a bad knee, Ryan Thompson. Fastball, strike 2 called, 0-2. So Tommy gets ahead of him with 2 outs here in the 5th and nobody on base. Tommy Green looking for his 14th win of the year. Misses outside. "14 wins for Tommy would be a career high. He had 13 also in 1991. The 1-2 to Jackson. Breaking ball foul at the plate. Fastball hit the shallow right field. Right there is Eisenreich. He grabs it. 3 up and 3 down go the Mets in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We're through 5, 1-0 Phillies.
You've seen it before. The ones who run with the herd, and the one who always seems to run alone. Don't see him often enough, though.
All right. Name the fast food restaurant that serves burgers and fried chicken.
Roy's. It's Roy's. Where do they get these people?
For a limited time at Roy Rogers, $1.99 gets you a quarter-pound hamburger with regular fries or a 2-piece chicken with cornbread.
I'll take underwater farming for 50.
I'll take Roy's for $1.99.
So far this year, there have been 242 stories about a certain singer's book, 12 press conferences on the president's haircut, and 3 TV movies about the Long Island Lolita. But the media has yet to expose perhaps the most exciting event to date, the summer clearance at your Tri-State Honda dealer. Where right now, we've got great values on every Accord, including our 10th anniversary edition, that comes fully loaded at a price that'll have the whole world talking. We admit it's no dinosaur blockbuster, but at least our savings are huge. The summer clearance at your Tri-State Honda dealer, the smart way to go.
Well, after 5, you see it's a good pitching matchup tonight between Bobby Jones and Tommy Green. Jones with 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Tommy has walked 1 and struck out 3. Both pitchers have given up 3 hits thus far. And Tommy Green and the Phillies own a 1-0 lead on Lenny Dykstra's RBI single in the 3rd inning. And we head to the 6th. Dave Hollins, Darren Dalton, and Jim Eisenreich to face Jones. Phillies have had a couple of opportunities in this game. In the 4th inning, they had a runner to 3rd with 1 out and didn't get him home. Hollins has struck out and then hit a little bleeder out to the left of the home plate, and Hundley threw it away at first. Dave got a base hit on it and then went to second on the catcher's error. Jones starts him with a pitch outside. It's the only error in the game. Fouled away.
That's a decent changeup. It's not a Mark Portugal changeup, however.
Not many are.
And it looks like the hitters are starting to recognize Bobby Jones' changeup.
He fooled some hitters early on with it. Hollins chases a high fastball. And it's 1-2 to Dave. Holland's trying to get something started here in the 6th inning for the Phillies. Dave having a good offensive season with 17 homers and 83 runs batted, 26 doubles. Way out of play, foul down the right field line. Jones bounces a curveball up 2-2.
Hollins didn't even know that plane was going over.
No, doesn't bother him. No, Dave is a locked-in player. Jones misses with a pitch inside 3-2. Phillies, who lead the league in walks with plenty, have walked 3 times tonight. They count 3-0, 3-2 now on Hollins. He walked him. Good eye by Dave Hollins. He's a leadoff base runner here in the 6th for Dalton. Darren tonight has struck out and walked. Phillies have won 13 out of their last 16 against New York.
They haven't lost in this ballpark this year, which is unusual. It's a tough place to win games. They swept a 4-game series here, first trip.
Dalton swings and misses at a first ball fastball. Two. Guessing too much with Jones right now, and he's throwing fastballs for called 3rd strikes. Right down the middle, 0-2, right?
Good hitting pitch. You wonder, from a hitter standpoint, how you can guess with 2 strikes on you, but hitters do it all the time. Dutch knew it. He walked away.
And that strikeout number 5 for Jones. Here's Eisenreich. He's grounded out and flied out. Hit towards the hole and through for a base hit. Hollins will make it to 3rd. So runners are at the corners now with 1 out as Jim Eisenreich just kind of hooked that ball softly into the hole for a base hit. And here comes in Cavilla, who have a chance to get Hollins home from 3rd again. Navy Notre Dame Saturday, October 30th, 12:10 at Veterans Stadium's kickoff. That's a great college football game. Legendary Fighting Irish play the Midshipmen. You can order your tickets by mail. Call the Phillies at 463-1000 or stop by the Phil's ticket office at the vet. This game is sponsored by Super Pretzel Soft Pretzels, Herman's World of Sporting Goods, WOGL, and the Philadelphia Inquirer. And Cavilla looked at a 3rd strike his last time up. He grounded a short in the 3rd. The pitch to Pete. Breaking ball bounces up there. Good block by Hundley. They kind of set him up last time with breaking balls like that early and then threw a fastball by him looking.
And that was right down the middle. He caught him on a 2-2 pitch looking.
Gotten 2 hitters tonight, probably. You'd have to say both Dalton and Incaviglia guessing with fastballs. Mets play their infield at double play depth. There's Pete Short starting to loosen, one of 2 left-handers that Dallas Green has. The other's Franco. Phillies have seen Short as both a starter and a reliever. They'll see 2 left-handers starting tomorrow, Tanana and then Hillman. Cavilla pops it up out of play behind home plate.
He had a pitch to hit there, and he knew it. There's something up and over the plate. Looked like it was kind of like a slider that didn't slide. Well, that was a changeup that didn't slide, or didn't change. whatever, it was a good pitch to hit.
Oh, and Cavilla trying to get the Phillies another run. They're leading it 1-0 here in the 6th inning. The pitch to him. Breaking ball hit into center field. Darren Jackson's coming in. It's fairly deep, and it should score Hollins. Here comes Dave, and the throw goes towards second base. Just kind of, I don't know what he did. But anyway, Hollins is home, and Incaviglia gets the job done with his 87th run batted in on the year, and the Phillies lead it 2-0. You tell me what happened.
Well, he was throwing the ball to second, but nobody was there.
Right. That's what it looked like.
And that's why it looked bad, because nobody was covering second. He was out there quite a ways. He didn't offer to go. He threw the ball right over the second base bag, but nobody was covering there.
Yeah,
I think the fans are upset because he didn't try to throw the ball home.
And he didn't really have the play at home. If he throws it home, then the runner moves up into scoring position, Eisenreich, but he wound up doing it anyway on that. And, you know, they're probably going to give Jackson an error, and that's a tough error. There's Dave Hollins in the dugout scoring the run, and they're going to walk Stocker to get the green. The Phillies turn the lineup over again.
Eisenreich tagged, and he must have noticed that nobody was at second, too, because he actually got to second base before any of the Met players.
They going to score second on the throw?
Sure, I don't think they'll give him an error.
No. No error on the board.
And he probably threw the right base. It's not his fault that nobody was there to cover it. That's the second baseman's play.
So give Eisenreich credit for good base running. And Tommy, the batter, Green walked after lining a ball just foul down the left field line, and then he hit a comebacker to Jones's last time up. 2-0 Phillies lead it in the 6th inning as Incaviglia delivers. And Green checks on a high fastball. There's another one. Ooh. That one he really yanked foul. He keeps throwing him those high fastballs, and Tommy Green keeps going after him.
He's throwing him a little inside, and that's why Green's able to hit it so hard foul.
Phillies have a run into the inning as they cashed in on the leadoff walk to Dave Hollins. Gets a breaking ball this time. And it's 2-1 on Tommy.
Green ought to get a fastball here. He doesn't want to walk Green. Take a chance on that breaking pitch because Dykstra's the next hitter, and if he walked Green, he'd load the bases.
And he might be out of the ball game because Shurik is warming up, the left-hander. And he goes low with it, 3-1. So if ever you think you're going to get a fastball, it's now.
I think they'll let Tommy take a hack at it, too. He can hit the fastball. He doesn't hit the breaking pitches.
He walked it. Ball 4, they're loaded. That might be it for Bobby Jones. Shurik is ready, and here comes Dykstra with him loaded. Dallas Green, is he coming out? Well, that's a manager's nightmare. He walks the 8-hole hitter to get to the pitcher with 2 outs, and then they walk the pitcher.
He probably wants to see what Bobby Jones will do in this tough situation.
Lenny's looking in the dugout thinking Green's going to come out. Green looks at Lenny, looks at Hundley heading back towards the plate.
What's he have to lose?
Really?
Jones might even get him out.
He's gotten him out 2 out of 3 times, although the last time up he hit a rocket fielded by Eddie Murray. Lenny singled in the Phillies' first run in the 3rd, struck out in the 1st.
Green hasn't been all that pleased with Shurik for some reason. Starting and relieving.
Well, I think you got a heck of a point, Whitey. You know, they're at the point in the year where they want Bobby Jones as a starter for next year. He wants to see how he reacts in this situation. That's Mel Stottlemyre, the pitching coach. Time called. 1-0 on Dykstra. One and one on Lenny. Phillies with a run in the inning, and they have the bases loaded with 2 outs. And they lead it 2-0.
If I were a pitcher, I wouldn't want to be facing Dykstra here. And a lot of other guys I'd rather face.
Especially a right-handed pitcher. Playing Dykstra to pull in the infield and the outfield. Good pitch on the inside corner. Strike 2 called.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. Had a little tail on it and got the corner.
Big spot in this game. Phillies with a chance to make it a little more comfortable. If Dykstra can do something here. Big hole in that left side of the infield, as they're playing him as a pull hitter. And Jones steps off. There you see the infield defense and the outfield, and now Hundley goes out to talk to Jones, and this doesn't sit well with Dykstra, who wants to get it on here.
Well, he's gone to his fastball when he's needed a strikeout. He did it on Incaviglia. He did it on Dalton. And usually a pitcher will go with what's working for him.
Larry Vanover, the home plate umpire, started out to try and break it up, and as he did, Hundley saw him and started on his way back. So
I think Dykstra's a little better behind the count hitter, though, than Dalton and Incaviglia.
Here we go. Breaking ball, and he struck him out on a curveball. So the Phillies get 1 run in the inning. They do it with just 1 hit. No errors, and they leave them loaded. To the bottom of the 6th, they lead it 2-0.
Skyscrapers are built to stand indefinitely. Monuments to technical achievement. At Infinity, they wanted luxury cars that would endure. So they patented new methods of construction to reduce body flex. So seams and joints stay tight. Visit your Infinity showroom and drive the new Q45 to see how rock solid it feels. Better yet, drive an old one.
Lease one of the world's most advanced automobiles, now at a very special rate for a limited time.
The Phillies look to flatten Florida when they play the Marlins Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, September 20th through the 22nd, all at 7:35. Then they're out to plop the Braves. Friday the 24th at 7:35, Saturday the 25th at 7:05, and Sunday the 26th at 1:35 when all fans receive a free Phillies poster and more on Fan Appreciation Day. Call 463-1000.
Einstein's laws of motion. The human body was made to be in motion. A body that stays in motion is a happier body. As a body ages, it doesn't have to slow down. The Einstein Center for Orthopedic Sciences.
I still got it.
The force that keeps bodies in motion.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by your local Dodge dealers. Come in today because we know how to help. The Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages no other book can match it, a Bell Atlantic company. And by McDonald's. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. There's the White Stone Bridge. Out past center field and Shea Stadium, left center field. And the Phillies have had some golden opportunities. They've left 8 men on base tonight. Bases loaded twice, but still lead at 2-0. And the Mets have their 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Hundley, Murray, and Orsulak. Hundley's hit it hard twice tonight. Both times the center fielder Dykstra. Beautiful night here at Shea Stadium. Temperature probably in the 70s at game time. Just a lovely night for baseball. And they got snowed out in Denver tonight. Play a doubleheader tomorrow. Get the field cleaned.
Phillies could see some of that next spring. Phillies open season in Denver after an exhibition game in Baltimore.
Right. There's a Rockies fan. At least he likes the hat anyway. 1-0 to Hundley. Fastball over for a strike. 1-1. Hundley thought it was low and has something to say to Vanover. That's just what that field needs out there. Snow. As bad as it was when we saw it a month ago. God, it was awful. Here's the 1-1. And this one is low. 2-1. And some Mets fans trying to get something going here. Hundley pops it up, shallow left field. Stocker back, in Cavilla coming on. Pete's play, 1 out. And here comes Eddie Murray. He's flied to left, grounded to third, 0 for 2. Murray having another fine season, 25 homers, 89 runs batted in. Also has 24 doubles. And he definitely won't be here next year. Carams out in the left field, and Cavilla will let the ball girl run it down. On deck, batters Orsulak, left-handed hitter. Pitch to Murray. Missed. 1-1. Broken bat, base hit, center field. Got him way out in front on an off-speed pitch, and Murray gets a single to center. Dykstra gets it back into the infield.
And Green made a good pitch, but he hit it off the end. See that down and away.
Hit number 4 for New York. That'll bring up Orsulak, who's fouled out to Hollins and walked. Phillies set their infield at double play depth. Darren Dalton out to talk with Green.
Once in a while, Tommy will try to get a little cute out there, and I think Dutch wants him to, rear back and fire the ball. Give him your best stuff.
Yeah, he just made a good pitch to Murray. A breaking ball down and away that hit off the end of the bat. Johnny Padres looks on. Harry Boa works the sunflower seeds. Pitch to Orsulak. Strike called.
Pitchers defy logic. Can't figure them out. Nobody can figure them out. Not Jim Fregosi, not Johnny Padres, not you, not me.
1-1 to Orsulak. Fly ball right field. Eisenreich coming in. He's there. Waits. 2 outs.
Ben Rivera yesterday in Veterans Stadium warmed up as though he could pitch a no-hitter. I mean, he really had good stuff.
And then?
And then the game started. Now, what happens to a pitcher between the bullpen and starting the first inning?
A lead-off home run, huh?
Yeah, lead-off home run, and then a couple walks and here and there, and boom.
Chico Walker, the batter. Walker tonight has singled, been safe on a fielder's choice, and stolen 2 bases. Here's Bobby Jones, who worked out of a big jam in the 6th inning after giving up a run. He struck out Dykstra with him loaded and 2 outs. Chico with his pant leg all the way down. Fly ball center field, playable for Lenny. Dykstra there. He squeezes it. And the Mets are gone in the 6th. No runs, a hit, no errors. 1 man left on base. Harry Callis back with Whitey in the 7th inning to score. The Phils 2 and the Mets nothing.
Just last year, John Pasmato scaled the rocky slopes of Kilimanjaro, trekked through the murky waters of the Amazon, and captained a tall ship through the treacherous Strait of Magellan.
Mellon PSFS employees are giving their time to help people embark on some of the greatest adventures of their lives.
All it took was learning to read.
Hey, Philly, let's get busy!
Hey, Philadelphia, show us your Bud Light.
Woo!
There it is! I drop everything for a Bud Light.
Bud Light's a blast! We'd ring the Liberty Bell for a Bud Light!
I go ape for Bud Light.
If you're not drinking Bud Light, you're not in the family.
Hey, Philly style with Bud Light. We want to drink our Bud Lights with you. Hey!
93 clearance time is on at your Hyundai dealer. And up to $2,000 factory cash back makes it the best time of the year to buy the Hyundai of your choice. Right now, you can get into a sleek new Elantra for as low as $86.49. Plus, you don't have to make a down payment. No money down. And that's not all, because you'll get 2 years of scheduled service at no charge. So for big savings, no down payment, and no cost scheduled service, get into your Hyundai dealer today. Hurry in now for the best selection of models and colors during 93 clearance time.
For high-quality brake service, remember, now more than ever, at Meineke, you're not going to pay a lot, but you'll get a lot. I guarantee it.
After 6 innings of play, it's the Phillies 2 and the Mets nothing. Tomorrow at 6:30 and 7, Al's worst possible nightmare comes true. Peggy is pregnant. On Married with Children, only on PHL 17. 2-0 Phillies, top of the 7th, and Harry Callis with us. Harry?
All right, thanks, Rich. And Mariano Duncan leads it off, tries to butt his way on. It's a good one. That's going to keep his hitting streak alive. 13 consecutive games as he drops a bunt down for a base hit. Just deadened the ball perfectly.
Couldn't have thrown the ball down there any better than this. I mean, that is beautiful. That's a little drag bunt, of course, on grass and dirt. All you can do is pick it up. They're kind of mad. They all staring at him. They didn't like that bunt. Pretty good play to lead off an inning.
Sure. Brings on John Kruk, who was grounded out, flied out, and lined out to deep center. 1 strike to Kruk. Phil's lead 2-0. We're in the 7th.
Both of those pitches strikes, and they're both happy with them. They're both balls, and that's not, that's 8 inches, 10 inches maybe outside. That's again half the size of the plate.
Up and in, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Hundley will probably set up outside again. Last pitch he set up inside. Now he's going out there again. Going to try to get that pitch, see?
Hard ground ball knocked down by McKnight. Not in time to get anybody.
I think that'll be a base hit, which Kruk could use.
Yeah, I would hope so. Kruk could use it.
That ball was stung. McKnight had to go to his knees on that dive. You have to give him a base hit. There was no juggling of the ball. Duncan beat it at second.
It is a hit for Kruk, and the Phillies have their first 2 men on base. For Dave Hollins, who has struck out, he has an infield single and he has walked. Beats the ball foul. Mets have bullpen activity now. Looks like Jeff Innes and Pete Shurik, I believe. Shurik's the left-hander. Right-hander is Innes. Bills leading 2-0. Finally underway at Milwaukee after a long rain delay. The Yankees in Milwaukee. Texas beating Cleveland 5-0. That Juan Gonzalez. Hit another home run for those Rangers for Gonzalez, number 44. Dropped the curveball in there for a strike. That's been an effective pitch for him. 1-2. Hollins has struck out. He has an infield single and he has walked. That curveball up there, blocked by Hundley. 2-2.
Rob, Dave, Tim and Sherry here from the Delaware Valley.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Dave Hollins. Full count. Gonna send him?
Nope.
No.
Don't want any strikeout double play. Don't want any line drive triple play.
No. Okay.
Just kind of take what they give you.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Dave Hollins. They don't go. Grounded to Walker. He shovels to McKnight. Relay not in time to get Hollins. Dave chased ball 4 on the ground ball, which really could have set the stage, but they get an out.
Yeah, that was almost over his head. Little double hitch there by McKnight, the shortstop, cost him the double play. Hollins, of course, hustling down there, always hustles.
Brings on Darren Dalton. Dutch has struck out, walked, and struck out. Duncan at third and Hollins at first with 1 down. Missing with a curveball, 1-0.
Seen Hollins hit that high pitch a long way, and you really shouldn't get on him about swinging at it, but it was way out of the strike zone. He is a very aggressive hitter. He wants to swing, and sometimes to a fault.
He is among the league leaders in walks, though. Dave's walked 75 times. 6th best in the National League in getting walks.
And he did hit the ball hard. Could have slipped through there. Still rather have the bases loaded, though, and nobody out.
Line drive into left center. That'll drop for a hit. Duncan scores. Hollins reading it all the way. Goes to third. Nobody first to third's better than Hollins. And the Phillies now lead at 3-0. Dalton knocks in run number 99.
Didn't hit it very well, but got enough of it. Like he hit it about on the trademark and just dumped it into left center. Dallas Green is coming out now. Nobody had a chance to catch it.
He's made the way to the bullpen.
And you're right, Hollins read it perfectly, and Dave is such a good base runner, an aggressive base runner.
Pete Schurig will be the new pitcher coming on for the Mets. Pitching change here in the 7th. Phils lead 3-0. Back after these messages.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
It's like having a Phillies ticket window come right to your home. Call 463-1000 and reserve your tickets in advance. No rushing, no waiting, no hassle. 463-1000. It's like having a Phillies ticket window right in your home.
Pete Schurig, the left-hander, is the new pitcher for New York. He started the season in the rotation. This will be his 21st game out of the bullpen. He's had 15 starts. He's won 3, lost 10, has a high ERA, is 6.42. He's given up a lot of hits, 103 innings of work, 140 hits, 74 earned runs, has struck out 59, walked 38, and surrendered 13 homers. Schurig coming on with Philly runners 1st and 3rd, a run across, 1 out. Phils lead 3-0. He's a 24-year-old from Falls Church, Virginia. Most Philly fans are from the Pennsauken, New Jersey Fire Department. 10 up. Here cheering for the Phils.
Probably shakes those people up in Pennsauken to know that these are the firemen. Having a good time.
Rate attendance tonight here at Shea is 17,497. Jim Eisenreich will be the first one to face Schurig. Eisenreich is grounded out, fly to deep center, and singled. Phils 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Mets no runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. Eisenreich fouls it back and out of play. Into right field, shallow. It's caught. Here comes Hollins. Here comes the throw, and it's cut off by Eddie Murray, and they have Dalton caught in a run down and tag him out. But the run will score. Give Eisenreich a sacrifice fly. As Hollins comes in to score, Dalton thrown out. Bird hits to Eddie Murray. Phils got 2 in the inning. They do it with 3 hits, no errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 3-0, 4-0 Phils.
Upstairs. Let me rephrase that. There's an exception to every rule.
I can take your badge right now for initiating an illegal investigation.
On the Pittsburgh police force.
Hardy, behind you!
His name is Tom Hardy.
Officer Hardy was not out of control.
I'm trying to solve a murder here!
Bruce Willis, Sarah Jessica Parker,
Striking Distance. Rated R at theaters September 17th.
Striking Distance from Columbia Pictures presents Is It Within Striking Distance? No one ever hit the warehouse at Camden Yards until this year's All-Star Home Run Derby. For Ken Griffey Jr., the warehouse was within striking distance.
Shipping a package to Omaha? That's child's play. Worldwide shipping demands people with local know-how. DHL. We'll take it from here.
Hi, I'm Ed O'Neill, and you're watching PHL 17, the home of the Phillies.
Hello, I'm Dick Vermeil. Can an apple a day keep the doctor away? They do contribute to excellent health. They're high in complex carbohydrates, supply both soluble and insoluble fiber, have only about 80 to 100 calories, contain no cholesterol, and very little sodium and fat.
Tommy Green still in the ball game, 6 shutout innings, giving up 4 hits, 3 strikeouts. Phillies have left 8 men on base, but they have scored 4 runs. They have picked up 6 walks tonight from Mets starter Bobby Jones, and they lead the National League with 692 walks.
Jeremy Burnitz leads it off for New York. Bottom of the 7th. Phil's on top 4-0. High breaking ball, 1-0 to Burnitz, who has struck out, and he has an infield single. Tommy Green's given up just 4 hits, all of them singles by New York. One ball and 1 strike. Burnitz thought it was outside.
Well, the home plate umpire, Vanover, is calling that pitch on against both teams. It's been a strike all night. And they say, well, hitters should adjust to that. Well, I don't know about that.
Hammers that ball to right field, but caught by Eisenreich. Burnitz really hit it hard, but Eisenreich a good jump and a good grab. 1 down here in the 7th.
Well, you're right. He did hammer it. Tomahawked it. A great swing. Eisenhower playing him to pull, playing him fairly deep.
I'll bring on Jeff McKnight. He has struck out and lined out to center. One ball and no strikes. It's a line drive, just foul down the first base side. 1-1. Ball and a strike to McKnight. Televising again tomorrow for you. Danny Jackson goes for the Phils. Frank Tanana for New York. Game 2 of this series. Good fastball, 1-2. Away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's foul out of play, third base side. Still 2-2 to McKnight. Count. Fouls that one out of play. Still 3-2 to Jeff McKnight. Bills 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. New York no runs, 4 hits and 1 error. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Another foul ball.
Hope springs eternal.
foul ball.
McKnight's either going to have to swing sooner or Green's going to have to throw a little softer because he's not quite getting the bat there.
That slicing foul might be playable. Long running. Cavilla makes the catch. So finally got McKnight for out number 2, and that'll bring on Butch Husky, who has flied out to center field both times that he's been up.
Green's retired him twice on sliders. He's getting a pretty good swing, but he's hitting them off the end of the bat. .25 home runs at Binghamton, Double-A League.
Third in the Eastern League in homers. He knocked in 98, second in that department. One ball and one strike to Husky.
Binghamton used to be a great home run hitter's park. They had a short center field. I guess it's the same ballpark they always had.
Tito Navarro is in the on-deck circle. He would bat for Shurick if Husky reaches. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He got him, struck him out. 4th strikeout for Tommy Green. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the 8th. Bills on top 4-0.
What I like about you, you really know how to dance. Hey!
Oh, from the Jersey Shore is Bud Light.
Now this is Jersey. Bridge and Tunnel, here we come. I drink Bud Light because it's made in New Jersey.
Make it a Bud Light, baby.
Hey! Give it up for Bud Light, girlfriend.
Whoop, there it is.
Hey! Jersey and Bud Light, you got it.
Bud Light, it's unbelievable. Oh!
Hey!
What if someone were to design a car about the size of a Ford Taurus outside, but with more room for people than Taurus or Toyota Camry inside? Someone did. What if someone were to design a car with safety features Taurus and Camry don't give you, like both driver and passenger side airbags standard, or an available integrated child safety seat? Someone did. And what if a prestigious magazine were to name this car Automobile of the Year? One of them did. Dodge Intrepid. This changes everything.
You want your car done right. If you want your car done right, it has to be done by the right people.
We take care of our customers. We do the job right.
Quality all the way.
Experience counts. The customer comes first. Satisfaction guaranteed.
We're only as good as our people. That's why Jiffy Lube is America's favorite oil change.
We got experience at Jiffy Lube.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. By Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something. And by your local Hyundai dealer. Hyundai, cars that make sense. Pete Incaviglia leads off for the Phillies here in the 8th inning. Fouls it straight back, 0-1 to Incaviglia. Boston's taken the lead on Baltimore in the 6th inning, 5-4 at Fenway. Two strikes to Incaviglia. He's grounded out, struck out, and hit a sacrifice fly, giving him 87 runs batted in. With a changeup, 1-2. Seville, you missed the other changeup. He struck him out. One down. It'll bring up Kevin Stocker. He has doubled and scored a run, walked, and been intentionally walked. That's right here against Schurig. Four 4-0 Phillies here in the 8th inning. Missed with the off-speed pitch. Got the off-speed pitch over. 1-1. We'll pause for station identification on the Phillies Television Network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
1 ball and 1 strike to Kevin Stocker with 1 out, no base runners here in the 8th inning. Fastball foul back up right off the front of our booth, as you could hear.
That was headed right in my lap.
Ball and 2 strikes. Stocker called out on strikes. Second straight strikeout for Schurig. And it will bring up Tommy Green. Tommy has walked, grounded out, and walked. Hard ground, base hit, left field. Well, Tommy Green is a 2-out base runner for Lenny Dykstra.
Green can hit left-hand pitchers. Hits them much better than right-hand pitchers.
Dykstra struck out, singled and knocked in a run, grounded out, and struck out. One ball and no strikes. Him up into shallow left field. McKnight going out. Orsulak coming in. Orsulak makes the play. So for the Phils, nothing across in the 8th. It's 4-0 Phillies.
It's like a nightmare. I was scared, angry. But later I realized how lucky we were to be with Nationwide Insurance.
The robbery really devastated Don's family. Obviously, I got one of our claims people involved right away.
They were very supportive. They wrote us in advance and promised to get everything back to the way it was.
Being there and getting their life back to normal, that's what mattered most.
Nationwide is on your side. Just picked up Darren Dalton and Anthony Hardaway at McDonald's. Want to trade?
Collect McDonald's Classic 4 Sport trading cards featuring the hottest superstars and rookies. Each pack of 5 is only $1.29 with any extra value meal purchase, like a Cheese Lovers Quarter Pounder, large fries, and medium Coke Classic. Plus, there's a chance to win one of thousands of prizes, including sports memorabilia.
Chris Webber and Jerry Rice for Dalton and Hardaway. Deal.
Man, he gave us away too easy.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Ever since I was a little girl, I knew I wanted to fly, and when I got the opportunity to fly jets, I just had to go for it. I wanted to buy a fun car that kind of gave everyone else on the road an impression of my personality. And therefore, I was looking for something fun and sporty and sleek and looked like it could possibly take off if given the proper runway.
Good evening. I'm Neil Hartman. Here's scores in the National League. Not a lot going on. They will play a doubleheader tomorrow because of snow in Denver tonight. Just underway in San Diego between Los Angeles and the Padres. Chicago-San Francisco starts in about a half an hour. In the American League, Texas out in front of Cleveland 9-0 in the fifth. Juan Gonzalez 44th home run. Chicago-Kansas City delayed by rain. Minnesota trails Oakland 6-0 in the seventh. New York and Milwaukee just underway. Boston has come from behind, now leads 5-4 in the sixth. Seattle, California 10:05 tonight. And we'll return now back to Shea Stadium. It's 4-0 Phils to Richie and Harry.
All right, thank you, Neil. And Tito Navarro is going to lead it off. Navarro played at Norfolk this year. He hit .282 at Norfolk. Turned 23 years of age yesterday. He's a switch hitter, batting left here against Tommy Green, looking for his first big league hit. Since joining the Mets, he's nothing out of 10. 1 ball and no strikes. Swings a foul down the left field side. 1-1 to Tito Navarro. Bad swing and a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Misses with a breaking ball. 2-2. Chased a high fastball. He missed it. He struck him out. 5 strikeouts for Tito Green. Well, the official 1993 Phillies gift and souvenir catalog, courtesy of Kellogg's, now available. The catalog features all your favorite Phil's items, including jackets, jerseys, T-shirts, caps, and much more. Get the catalog free by calling the Phil's at 463-1000 and ask for a Phillies souvenir and gift catalog. Aaron Jackson fouls one, backing out of play. Jackson is grounded out. He has an infield single, and he is flied out to right field. Nothing in 2 to Darren Jackson.
Green has really thrown a lot of fastballs tonight. His slider hasn't been that sharp in terms of control. There's one, just missed with it.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
But almost all his outs have been on the fastball.
Struck him out. 6 strikeouts for Tommy Green.
That's the best slider he's thrown tonight. It was a good location. See it out there? It's outside, but Jackson chased it.
And bring up Todd Hundley. He's fly to deep center, line to center, and flied out to left. Fastball high. 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball high again. 2-0. Ball into center field, not deep. Dykstra there. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Tito Green. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the 9th. Phil's on top, 4-0.
live on Bud Light.
Give me the Flyers and a Bud Light.
Cheesesteaks?
Cheesesteaks.
Cheesesteaks. Enough already with the Philly cheesesteaks.
Anything goes well with Bud Light.
We like Bud Light and Dan. Bud Light!
Bartender, we need a Bud Light.
The Phillies look to flatten Florida when they play the Marlins Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, September 20th through the 22nd, all at 7:35. Then they're out to bop the Braves. Friday the 24th at 7:35, Saturday the 25th at 7:05, and Sunday the 26th at 1:35 when all fans receive a free Phillies poster and more on Fan Appreciation Day. Call 463-1000.
It's 93 clearance time at your Hyundai dealer. And with factory cash back up to $2,000, it's the best time of the year to buy the Hyundai of your choice. Get into a thrifty new Excel right now for as little as $63.99. Plus, you don't have to make a down payment. No money down. And on top of all that, you get 2 years of scheduled service at no charge. So for big savings, no down payment, and no cost scheduled service, get into your Hyundai dealer today. Hurry in now for the best selection of models and colors during 93 clearance time.
After 8 innings of play, it's the Phils 4 and New York nothing. Wednesday at 8, Darien tracks a killer on time tracks, and at 9, a wedding turns deadly on Kung Fu. The legend continues only on PHL 17. A couple of changes for New York as we move to the 9th inning. Dave Gallagher coming into play center field. He'll bat in the 9th spot. Amaro Gozo is the new pitcher. Gozo, a right-hander. He was 8 and 11 at Norfolk this year with a 3.45 ERA. He was a starter there, 28 starts. He's 6'3", 212 pounds, 27-year-old from New Britain, Connecticut. Gozo on for Pete Schurig. Gozo has pitched in the big leagues for Toronto in the American League, Cleveland in the American League, and last year briefly with Minnesota. Mariano Duncan, the first one to face him. Duncan has a bunt single and 4 at bats. It extended his hitting streak to 13 consecutive games. His career high is a 14-gamer, which he had last year for the Phils. 1 ball and no strikes. Boston now leading Baltimore 6-4 in the 7th at Fenway. Duncan fouls it off. 1 ball and 1 strike. One the count to Mariano Duncan. He'll be followed by John Kruk and then Dave Hollins here in the 9th. Missing with the breaking ball. It's 2-1. It's Tommy Green, who's working on a 4-hit shutout here at Shea. Chases the breaking ball in the dirt.
Watching Gozo warm up, that's about all he throws is that slider.
It's tough to walk Dunk.
Yeah.
See how many he has. Duncan has E11 walks so far this year. Nice diving grab. Husky picks himself up, and what a scoop by Eddie Murray. Fine play on both ends, taking a hit away from Mariano Duncan.
Probably a double away from Duncan there. Oh, nice play. Eddie Murray at the back end of it just had a tough scoop there. Eddie's head was turned. He just kind of put the mitt down. The ball went in it.
Here's John Kruk. Kruk is 1 out of 4. Has grounded out, fly to deep center, and has an infield single. Well, he's called called that pitch on Kruk on left-hand hitters all night long.
All night. He must think that's a strike. It's not a strike, but he thinks it's a strike.
1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to John Kruk with 1 out, no base runners. Well, that was close to where he's been throwing them, getting strikes called. It was 2 and 2.
It was just a little further out.
Full count now to Kruk. Kruk walks for the 103rd time this year. Phillies have picked up on the night 7 walks.
They now have 693 walks.
That's a lot of bases on balls. 4 players in the top 10 in walks. Dykstra leads the league. Dalton's 3rd, Kruk's 4th, and Hollins is 6th.
I think Mariano's about last.
1 ball and no strikes to Dave Hollins. Only out to talk to Gozo.
Juan Samuel once told me why that the players from the Dominican Republic hardly ever walk. Because when they have batting practice down there, you get 10 pitches, not 10 strikes, 10 pitches. So you don't let any of them go.
Oh, that's socked into center field for a base hit. Kruk will hold at second. Hollins has his 2nd hit of the night. Phillies with 2 men on base and 1 out. And it'll bring on Darren Dalton. Dutch has struck out walks, struck out in single. He has knocked in a run. He's 1 away from the century mark and runs batted in. Bills lead here 4-0. About hit the Mets 9-4. Chases a low breaking ball. 1 strike to Dalton. One ball and 1 strike to Darren Dalton. Boy, Gallagher in center must really have confidence that he can get back on a ball.
He's playing Dalton very shallow.
Ground ball, could be a double play. Nope. Hard takeout slide by Hollins, and Kruk scores. As Hollins really came in tough to McKnight. The Phillies now lead at 5-0.
No RBI. Hollins will score on the error by the shortstop. But Hollins really took him out of the play.
Well, Dave Hollins, who is really a tough base runner, want to be a middle infielder with him coming in there, broke up the double play. Dalton, incidentally, is the toughest player in the National League to double up. Jim Eisenreich will get the intentional walk. Fregoso will go after Pete Incaviglia here. The Phillies leading at 5-0 in the 9th. Phil's getting a very well pitched game by Tommy Green. They're chipping in with some key hits. Bases on balls have aided the Phils in scoring. And here's Incaviglia. He has grounded out, struck out, hit a sacrifice fly, and struck out. Missing with the breaking ball, 1-0. Darren Dalton at second base, Jim Eisenreich at first. A run in and 2 outs. Incaviglia misses the breaking ball, 1-1. Jim Fregosi has had a nice, comfortable game here so far. High fly ball into right center, not deep. Gallagher there. And that will retire the side. Phillies get an unearned run. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 9th, 5-0 Phils.
I can't believe Oscar Mayer has done it. They've got all the great, big, juicy flavor of those hot dogs I used to go out for. And new, big and juicy, bursting with flavor. I never thought I could get a dog like this at home. Beefy, juicy. They're the king of flanks. They're the baron of beefiness. The Taj Mahal of taste. The George Foreman of hot dogs.
Are you gonna talk or eat?
New big and juicy brand hot dogs from Oscar Mayer. The taste is going over big.
Where are they going? Shopping. 9
out of 10 use it. All aboard! The genuine New Jersey Bell Yellow Pages from Bell Atlantic.
People, man, are they different. What they like in Spain isn't what they like in France. Nobody likes the same thing. So how come so many people love Volkswagen? Germany, France, England, Sweden, Finland, Japan. The new Golf is the best-selling car in the world. The new Jet is loved everywhere. You know, maybe people aren't that different after all. The new Volkswagens, the most loved cars in the world.
You'll get a great-looking Phillies poster free, compliments of Acme, plus plenty of fun surprises when the Phillies play the Braves on Fan Appreciation Day, Sunday, September 26th at 1:35. Reserve your tickets now. Call 463-1000.
Kim Baptiste comes into play third base for the Phils here in the bottom of the 9th. Phillies leading at 5-0, and Eddie Murray will lead off for New York. Murray has flied out, grounded out, and singled. Tommy Green's given up 4 hits, all of them singles. Mets have had just 1 runner past first base. There's a hard one-hopper, but right at Mariano Duncan. 1 out on 1 pitch for Tommy Green here in the 9th. There's the Phillies fan and the Nittany Lion fan, Mike Sizak. Mike used to work for the Philadelphia Daily News. Always out here when the Phillies play at Shea. Joe Orsulak is fouled out, walked, and flied out to right. Had a cut. He fouls it back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yankees have taken a 2-0 lead at Milwaukee in the 3rd inning. New York could move to within a game and a half of idle Toronto with a win. Breaking ball, broken bat, base hit to center field. So Orsulak singles. 5th hit given up by Green. It will bring up Chico Walker. Eddie Murray hit it hard. He was an out. Joe Orsulak hit it soft, and he has a hit.
Sometimes not how you hit him, but where you hit him.
To right center field. It's deep, but Eisenreich has it all the way. Makes the catch at the warning track. 2 down, and that'll bring on Jeremy Burnitz. Burnitz has struck out as an infield single and is lined out to right field. Strike to Jeremy Burnitz. High foul down the left field side, and Incaviglia was playing him over in left center and just could not catch up to it. Long run for the Inkman. 2 strikes to Jeremy Burnitz. He has to like what he sees tonight. The offense picked up a little bit. Got a lot of walks. And Tommy Green has pitched a gem thus far.
What's going to do it? Pitching. You have to have the pitching.
Just missed with a breaking ball. It's close. It's 2-2. The balls and 2 strikes to Jeremy Burnitz. Fouls it straight back. Still 2-2. Up the breaking ball. It's a full count. Three balls and 2 strikes to Burnitz. Mitch Williams throwing in the Phillies bullpen. Base hit to center field. Orsulak will go to third, and the Mets have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Aaron Dalton talking to Tommy Green. Bet you'd like to see Tommy close this baby out in shutout fashion. He has a shutout. That's only the second runner to get past first base for the Mets. Chico Walker did back in the 4th. And now Orsulek here in the 9th. Jeff McKnight has struck out, lined out to center, and fouled out to Incaviglia in left. Slice is a foul down the third base side, out of play. Now ball's a 1 strike to Jeff McKnight. Good fastball. 0-2.
I think once in a while Tommy tries to overthrow the ball. He gets really better stuff in the ball when he stays right in his flow. That's what he did with Burnett, trying to strike him out.
Pops him up, should be the ball game. Kim Baptiste in foul ground, squeezes, and Tommy Green has pitched a 6-hit shutout, his 5th career shutout, his 2nd this year. Tita Green giving the Phillies a lift with his strong right arm. 5-0 Phils for the Mets in the 9th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 2. Phils winning 5-0. Tommy Green the shutout.